You are watching Time to Talk. The iconic status of opinion leaders. The convergence of local and global influencers. With me, That People. He's been behind some of the most iconic sounds in Thai music, from indie anthems to timeless ballads. He's helped shape the scene, stepped away from it, and now stepped right back in. With a big reunion concert on the horizons and a fresh wave of inspiration, he's ready to turn the volume back up. Meet the mind behind bakery music and prove band, Sukie Kamol Sukosol Clapp. As mentioned, fellow, today we have one legend on the house, Sukie Kamol Sukosol Clapp. He's right here next to me. สวัสดีครับ A pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
On our show.
Thank you.
Okay, before we begin, since we haven't heard about you for a while, truthfully, so could you please update about yourself, both in and outside music industry?
I left the music industry 20 years ago.
20 years?
Yeah, 2005.
That long?
I did a TV show where I was riding my motorcycle. I replaced the guitar with the motorcycle.
Okay.
So I was doing that for quite a while. At the same time, our family started a new hotel called the Siam.
Yeah, I've been there.
I've never worked with the family before, the family business. So with the Siam, I got more involved.
Yeah.
Yes. And then after that, my son was 14, 15. He got into EDM. EDM, dance.
Okay.
So I was like, what is this? It's EDM, Dad.
No lyrics.
No lyrics. So I was like, okay, let me give it a shot.
Okay.
That didn't work. So I did that, but it kind of got me one step back into the music industry. I did that in 2015, and then I ended it with a bakery dance party. So that went well, the concert. I did two things. I started my own music motorcycle festival called Gypsy Carnival, and then I started doing motorcycle races.
Wow.
Organizing that.
Okay. And you raced yourself?
I didn't race.
Okay.
I raced, but not in my own.
Okay.
My own event.
Yeah.
And then I was the person that brought one championship into Thailand. So that happened around 2016, 2017.
Okay.
We're around 2018. And then at that time, in the back of my head, bakery 15th, 20th, 25th anniversary, I've always thought that we should do something. It's almost like a closure to bakery. And we came this close to doing it before COVID.
Okay.
To celebrate bakery. At that time, it was 25th anniversary. And then COVID happened. So that got postponed. And then after the first lockdown, we brought it back up. Second lockdown. So after that, we were like, screw it. That's not going to happen. During lockdown, I was free. So I started playing my guitar again, like really back into it, playing every day, and I started writing songs.
Okay.
So I called up the band, and I was like, you guys want to do another album? And it's something that we always spoke about, but we just never got, we never got going.
Okay.
So during COVID, the whole Pru thing, okay, let's work on a new record. That started moving, along with when we finally got out of COVID. Yeah, I spoke to my partner, Boy Somkiet, and I was like, hey, if we don't do the anniversary B-Day now, we'll never do it.
Okay.
And I thought we would feel if we didn't do it. So we got that after COVID. We were getting that going. And now we're confirmed to play December 4, 5, 6 at Impact. We booked already.
Okay. Yeah. Every members of Mega Music labels. Okay.
50, 60 artists. That's the big project.
Okay.
That's happening. And now we're working on the new record. So we're starting to tour.
New album?
New album.
Okay.
Yeah, new album. Originally, we were just going to do 3, then it became 5, then it became 7, and then my brother, might as well do 10.
10 songs already.
He was like, nobody do it now, but yeah, right now we got 7.
But it might be more later on.
I don't want it to be more than we said. Otherwise, we're not going to get it done.
Okay.
So there's that, and then 2 months ago, I discovered young artists that made me want to reach out. I used the word reach out.
Okay.
You know, I think they got something. I want to work with them.
Okay.
So for the first time in over 20 years, I'm actually going to sign my first
artist.
Yes, 19-year-old.
Okay.
And so for the first time, I'm wearing my producer
Okay.
hat, which I haven't worn this hat since the old days.
Okay.
So that's another thing that I'm working on right now.
What are the main reasons that bring you back, return to music?
Music is weird because you cannot force it. It's hard. Music, you have to feel it. And I think it started off with COVID when I had time because nothing was happening. So I went back to the acoustic guitar. Everything just kind of happened.
Okay.
Like my life has never gone according to plan.
Okay. I kind of like it. That's what's called artist.
Every young kid I come across now, I give them the same advice. I tell them, keep on punching and something good will come out.
Okay.
I've never seen an active person not get anywhere in life. Lazy people don't get anywhere.
Okay.
If you're active and you just keep on punching, something will happen. Unless you're a total idiot or have no luck in life, which I've never seen.
Okay.
I've never seen. Every person I know who is active,
okay,
they get somewhere. It's the people who stay home, do nothing, afraid they're going to fail, they don't get anywhere.
Okay.
From what I've seen.
Let's talk about those artists that you've been trying to reach out. So did you sign a contract with them? About to. Okay,
Yeah.
can we talk about them? Like, who are they? Really?
Well, Kanin is our drummer, but he's a director.
Okay.
And he's very busy, so he couldn't make it
Okay.
for this new album. So we auditioned drummers. And we found a kid named Dio.
Dio.
Yeah, and so we found Dio. He's a lot younger than us.
Okay.
It's nice to have young blood in the band. They kind of push you. So Dio is playing with us on this new album, touring with us. And this studio hired Dio to go back up these two girls. The studio was doing a demo to promote the studio.
So there are two girls.
Yeah, they're twins.
They're twins.
Yeah.
19.
Yeah.
Twin.
Yeah.
Sisters.
Yes. Dio went to play, and then Dio showed it to me.
Okay.
He showed me the video, and I saw the video, and I was like, huh, they have an aura. One of them, Lizzie, is a guitar player. Oh. And she can play. Guys would be embarrassed.
Okay.
I see a lot of young kids play. A lot of time they lack soul. They're hitting the right notes. Okay. But the
emotion.
The soul.
Yeah, the soul.
Okay. But when I saw her, I'm like, huh, interesting. The soul came through.
Okay.
That's what and in music, that's what I look for. And then she sing with her sister, Emily. And then when they do it, there's a natural, it comes off naturally.
Okay.
I saw them doing harmonies together. I was like, interesting.
International song, not Thai song.
International songs.
Okay. So what kind of music? What's charm?
Well, you know what girls listen to now. Carpenter, Ingram, the one that just played at
Duo. Okay.
I'm finding out about these new artists through them because I don't know who they are, right?
Okay.
I don't know what you call it. Indie pop, not pop, pop rock.
Yeah.
And so I see these things, and so I'm like, Oh, and then Dio told me the guitar. She liked classic rock. She liked classic rock. What were you? Led Zeppelin. Really? Huh? You don't get that nowadays. So I got the number from my drummer, and I called them up. I'm like, you probably don't know me, but hey, you want to meet? And then I met them, and I told them, hey, I don't know what I'm going to do. And I was honest with them. I was like, I don't even know what I'm going to do, but I want to do something, and I think we can do something. And my entire career, I've always put the music first. I've never put marketing first in my life. I always put the product first. It's just the way I am, and I believe that if we try to get that right, the rest will follow. Let's get the music good. Let's make it good. And then once we get that to where we all believe in it, we'll take it to the next step.
Do you plan on writing a song for them by yourself?
No, I'm too old. I'm too old. No.
So you're gonna find someone.
I spoke to Boy Kosayapong.
Wow.
He's got 2 daughters. I'm like, yo, go talk to your daughters. What do girls talk about?
Okay. Okay, there will be boys.
The girls are actually friends with Boy's daughter.
Wow.
Yeah, because they're the same. They're the same age.
Yeah. Wow.
So I spoke to Boy. I was like, hey, Mung, go speak to your daughters, man. Like, what do these girls talk about? And then Boy went, hey, Sue, there's this one kid that does all the hip hop lyrics. We got to work with him. Because we're old. We don't know what kids listen to. So thank God we realized that and admit that. We need to get kids involved. It's not our time anymore. We know that. We're not idiots.
Okay.
You know, what we like, what the kids like nowadays are different.
Yeah.
I asked them, hey, what do you guys think? It's up to you. The industry is so small.
Okay.
And I still know everybody. And they're all my friends. So everyone is one phone call away.
Okay. I'll wait and see. Would it be possible to like listen to them by the end of this year or maybe next year?
Hopefully this year.
Hopefully this year.
Hopefully.
Speaking of the music industry,
Cap.
so what has been changed in your personal point of view?
As everybody knows, we sold our company to BMG.
Okay.
BMG merged with Sony.
Okay.
And then BMG left because the market was so bad with all the pirate and everything. Before COVID, they called me up and they said, hey, Sukie, we're coming back into Thailand and we're going to be working your catalog, the old bakery. So we're just calling you to let you know. Oh, that's very nice of you. So I spoke to them. And then I asked them, hey, why are you coming back into Thailand? And they went streaming. And they told me in ASEAN, Thailand is number one. Since 2005, the music industry is growing again because of streaming. So that's where the music industry is at. Streaming has matured, and it got to the point where the industry is making money again, and everyone's kind of back in the market now. The traditional model is not there anymore.
Okay.
The old model was you sign an artist, you do a CD, tape.
Okay, cassette. Okay.
That was the big revenue.
Investment.
Yeah, the big revenue. The revenue was there. Now it's not that. Now artists make their money from shows. I'm sure from concert.
Okay.
That's the big money. Streaming is starting to grow. I get paid by Sony till this day.
Okay.
From our old catalog, and every year I'm like, oh shit, it's getting more. That's nice.
Okay.
So streaming is growing. And I'm sure you heard of this, you have people say, you don't need a label anymore. I disagree. I'm an artist. I'm going to do it myself, YouTube. But there's a billion other artists like you. Mm-hmm. How are you going to shine? How are you going to stick out from everything that is out there? So you still need the label to do the marketing and the promotion. I believe that. Every big artist in this world is still signed to a major, 99%. The other thing that has changed is every segment have their niche. You don't have a mass artist anymore. Somebody that can sell like a Michael Jackson, you don't barely get that anymore. Very little now.
Maybe Bruno Mars.
Yeah, Bruno.
Yeah.
But everybody have their niche.
Yeah.
And everybody can sustain within their
community.
Yes. That has changed.
Yes.
So if an artist is content with that, which I know a lot that is, you can have your community now because of social media, the different streaming platform. Before you couldn't do it.
Yeah. Okay.
So that has changed. But if you want to take it to the next step, you still need the big, in my opinion, you still need the big
company
machine.
Machine. Okay.
To take you there. So that's where I see the music industry changing, but all the tools that you have now. I'll tell you an interesting story. There's a thing now in Thailand called live house. You know what I'm talking about?
Live house?
Live house. During my time, there was none in Thailand. Live house are small music venue that band can go play original. สมัยก่อนไม่มี I remember when I first moved back from New York City, I was like, there's no place that a band can go play original music. I remember coming to Bangkok, none, not even one. That has changed.
Okay.
There's a lot of live houses, at least 20 in Bangkok, where a young band can go play their own stuff. There's a really cool one called B.Day Concert.
B.Day Concert.
Yeah, they just closed.
Okay.
And I went there, I'm like, this is like New York when I was there back in the late 80s. It's like a hole in the wall, very scruffy. You walk in, you're like, whoa, this is great.
Very real, yeah.
I love this. This is like New York when I was growing up. And then they closed down. I was like, shit, because I want to do a live house tour. I don't want to play big plays. I want to play.
Okay, so many live house.
Yeah, I want to play 300 to 500 people.
Okay.
So I was like, damn, they closed. Shoot. And then last month on a Sunday, the owner called me. Sukie, you want to close? You want to be the last band to close B.Day Concert? I was like, I would love to.
Okay.
He called me on a Sunday.
Okay.
When? Next Monday. 1 week! How are we going to put the whole together? And I told him, I want to do it, but I need to make a few phone calls. Okay. So I called up the band. Hey, you guys free? Yeah. The tech team. Hey, you guys free? Yeah. Well, we're not free, but we can get this guy. And then I called up my marketing team. I have a team that does my motorcycle event. Okay. Yo, we need to do these posts. We need it up tomorrow, right? Okay. So we did everything. I called up the guy back on Sunday, the owner. I was like, we're going to do it. Okay. On Monday, we did the post. We did everything. Ticket went on sale at 7 p.m. through Facebook.
Okay. Sold out.
in 3 hours. In 3 hours, we sold out. The point I'm making is before you can't do that.
Okay.
Impossible. Before you cannot do that without social media.
Yeah. It wouldn't go so fast.
It wouldn't be possible. How are you going to do it?
In 1 week.
Yeah, เป็นไปไม่ได้ impossible. So that the world has changed so much. You can say that, but the downside is the money is not as much as before with CD sales.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, we're so stupid because back during the bakery days, Joey sold 1 million. You know how much money we made? I thought it was normal.
Yeah.
I thought it was,ร้านตลับ. Oh, okay, cool. But then looking back now, I'm like, whoa, that was a lot.
Yeah.
But back then we didn't realize. So that sales are gone.
Okay.
The big money. Streaming has not replaced that. Because the streamers, the platform don't give, that's a big controversy in the music industry. So in my opinion, to my knowledge, that part is not replaced yet with all the record you sold back in the day. But in terms of the tools that you have now to work an artist, God, there's so many. And I speak to the girls, hey, you guys got to post, man. You have to keep on, and I tell them, it's yours. One day Sukie's going to be gone, but it's yours. This is with you till you die. Like really look after it.
Where do we stand in the global scale? Can we be like Korea, like K-pop one day?
I'll be honest, I'm not in the industry full time like before, so maybe I don't have all the answers. What I have noticed is everything is more segmented now. You got the Thai pop.
To create a Thai pop right now.
No, that's T-pop.
Yeah, T-pop.
Which is basically K-pop.
Okay.
Right. That's basically okay. Let's take the K-pop model and do that, and that's one model. You got the regular. When I say Thai pop, I mean Grammy.
Oh, okay.
You got that segment. You have indie pop, bakery, What the Duck.
Okay.
We're indie, but we're kind of bigger. We're like a step.
Yes, I know. Indie, but a bit more mass.
Yeah, but a bit more mass. And then you got indie.
Very indie.
Very indie.
Yeah.
Which is
very segmented.
Very segmented. That's another. So those, and then you got Luk Tung who do their thing. You got Pershivit who do their thing. But it's very interesting. A friend from the old days, she's with the T-pop label.
Okay.
And she told me, Sukie is a completely different model, business model. They do it to get the likes so that the girls get endorsement. So the music is a means to an end.
Okay.
You got the whole Y thing, which is huge in China.
Yeah. They are so famous in China.
Yeah.
With more fans.
Yeah.
Because they have like a bigger populations.
Yes. It's, with the girls, we've been contacted by China already. A ศิลปิน like Bird Thongchai that would come along and everybody, มันไม่มีแล้วอะ you don't have that anymore.
I get that.
My brother, Noi came out with a solo album and he had a single. I forgot, 3 million views. I saw him, hey Noi, congratulations, you got 3. And then he went, yeah, the kid got 150 million.
Different age, different time.
เด็กได้150 ล้าน And then I told him, but if you do a concert at Impact, people would pay to see you. I feel so lucky that we were around during our time because I feel that the fans were more loyal. There was the bakery generation. After bakery, you had the next generation was Big Ass, Body Slam. That generation, they kind of cut the last boat. After that, the industry changed.
Yeah.
It changed after that, and so it's very different from before.
In some way, it's like it's easier. In some way, it's even more difficult to be famous.
Back then, I was competing against Grammy and RS. Now, as an artist, I'm competing against influencer. It's different now. I still believe in quality. I still believe in let's do something good. Let's do something real and not try to go after likes. Maybe I'm wrong. I admit I don't know if I'm right, but for me, I still believe in that. It goes back to the music. It goes back to the quality of the music. You're not chasing after likes. There's a thing called novelty act. I hate novelty act. I was spoken to Boy a few years ago, and he was coming out with something, and his team told him, people, we need a muk, something that has to do with, God damn it, what's the word for that? Everybody use that now.
ต้องมีจุดขาย
แล้วพี่บอยแบบมาซ้อมกูเป็นนักเขียนเพลงเว้ยกูไม่ใช่
celebrity
but when you do that อยู่ไม่นานหรอกเดี๋ยวก็หายเดี๋ยวก็จบ but there's a lot of one hit wonder, they're gone. There's a lot. I was speaking to a friend in the industry and they told me a lot of bands cannot play Impact because they only have one hit.
So it would take the melody, the lyrics, the quality of the singer?
This sounds like I'm shooting my own horn เหมือนกับชมตัวเอง but I will because I feel that we've proven ourselves. I'm so happy that after 20 years people still listen to bakery music. I'm very proud of that. I went to see To concert. They sang every song. They sang 50 เพลง I'm sitting there by the stage. I was like, wow, I'm so proud. Point is, I had a meeting with Sony. Sony have many labels, Thai labels.
Yeah.
And they told me, Sukie, after we saw the success of bakery catalog, we hired someone to do another old catalog.
Yeah.
And he told me after a week, the guy told me, we're not bakery, we can't do it. คนไม่ฟัง You know, we have our catalog is so strong. People still listen to and that goes back to quality. You're writing. We were very successful because we had a lot of great songwriters. The song is the most important.
Okay.
If ใครจะเถียงนี่มาเลย
Yeah, but back to those days,
the song,
your uniqueness.
I spoke to the girls going back. I told them the only reason I think we would fail is we picked the wrong song. That's the most important. And when I look at bakery now, which I can talk because it's been 20 years, and the fact that Sony told me, Piggy, bakery is selling so well, while the other stuff is not selling. What does that mean? It's the song. So when I say good, what I mean is good songs that people would remember, people would want to grab onto. To me, that is the most important and real artists.
These days, some are not good songs, but they have like 200 million views on YouTube.
Yes, but the question is, the question is, would they be around 20 years from now? No, people would have forgotten about them.
Yeah.
Are you relevant? Do people still listen to you? Just look at history.
Yeah.
But the history doesn't lie, man, and you need history to know these things.
Okay.
And so when I say, for me, the definition of good is, will you win the test of time? I saw an interview of Joe Walsh, the Eagles, and they asked Joe, why is the Eagles so special? You know what he said? He said, if you can cross generation, when a new generation listen to you,
sure.
That's when you know you're special. For me, bad music is they just kind of slap it together and
released.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's wrong, but I don't think it's good.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's wrong. If you can make money, but all right, but not for me. It won't last.
Okay. What do you suggest to the new generations who's trying to be an artist?
I've never seen a fake person last in the industry. Very little, unless they're so smart. Be honest with what you are doing. I'm talking music. Believe in yourself and be real. During the bakery years, some label till this day would take an artist and put everything on them.
Yeah.
You're gonna sing this, you're gonna dress like this, you're gonna say this, right? With bakery, we did the opposite. We took an artist and we tried to pull things, but there had to be something that we can pull now. Otherwise, you got no talent. I don't know what to pull out of you. It's something, you know, the other misconception that I see with Bad Lao is you can't learn these things. You cannot learn these things. It has to come from the
inside.
In my opinion, an artist.
Yes.
It has to come from the inside. So you have to have it. The next step, though, is what you have, the artist might not want. The market might not want. That you have to be realistic. It has to be compatible with what the market.
Okay.
If I like blues, if boy like jazz, if Sukie like classical, we won't be successful. Who the hell is going to listen to that?
Yeah.
We were lucky. I like rock, Sukie like dance, P-boy like love music. So what we like, the audience
love that.
So we were lucky.
At the time,
they like what we like.
Okay.
So that's the other thing that a lot of artists don't understand. You can't force the market, man. They want what they want. But how can you be smart? One thing I've noticed with a lot of young indie band is they're not playing for the audience.
Playing for themselves.
Yeah. This is me. No.
So they have to admit if they are not succeeding.
No, you're not being smart.
Okay.
You're not being smart. You cannot play for yourself.
Okay.
I went to see this one band. I was like, that's a pretty good song. But the lead singer, who's the good-looking guy, was standing on the side, and the bass player was in the middle. I was like, what the hell are you doing? Put him in the middle. And then put the light on him.
Okay.
But it's so basic, right? But you're like, how can you not know that, man? Like, that's so basic. You know, it's stuff, you have to be smart about it.
Okay.
Every successful artist are smart. When we did Modern Dog first album, when I produced it, we didn't have a ballad. And I know Kon Thai, they like ballad, right? And then one day I heard Playing Gone. The songwriter came to the studio and I was like, what's that? Can I have it? He was like, yeah, I don't like it. I took the song, I gave it to Modern Dog.
Yes.
If you go listen to the first album, every song, the vocal and the music is together. On Gone, go listen to it. I put the vocal above because Kon Thai ชอบฟังเนื้อ
Yeah.
I did that on purpose. I'm using my brain. I'm being smart about it.
Yeah.
So that's my point. You also have to be smart about it. You cannot be like, oh, I'm an artist, I'm going to do what I want. Good luck. It doesn't work that way.
Okay.
With Prue, sometimes I give them the hits to draw the audience in, and then I give them the hard stuff.
I know you like a rock song, you like the fast songs, but Pinoy is more like a slow song.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you like you seduce people from the slow song first.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just during the bakery days, I told every artist this. You had 10 songs back then, right? I want 3 hits. I want 4 B song. Might be a hit, might not.
Okay.
The other 3 songs, do whatever you want.
Okay.
I don't care.
So song, yeah. Will there be like bakery music labels, new label that's success like bakery?
You mean in Thailand?
Yeah.
I respect What the Duck. I respect Moy. I respect what he's doing.
Okay. Oh yeah. That's a closest one.
I respect
to the bakery music.
When I look at what happened with bakery as a third person, you don't see that anymore. It's just everything just kind of came together.
Let's talk about AI,
Yep.
artificial intelligence. Do you personally using AI yourself?
I just started. I had my son come over and teach me.
Okay.
And it amazes me at how easy it makes life with contractual stuff.
Okay.
You know, with contractual stuff, and it just amazes me.
So you write a contract by using AI, writing it for you.
I didn't even write it. I just tell them what they want, and it wrote it, and then they wrote it for me.
Okay.
You know, and it's I'm used to reading contracts, so when I saw it, I was like, oh my god.
Okay.
It covered all the clauses. I was like, and you can go in there and you know change it around. I was just like, people are going to be out of jobs. Everything is so easy. Okay. Everything is so easy now, right? Well, I'm wondering now. I asked my son, hey, the kids that go to school and they do an essay, they'll cheat for sure. How would the teacher know? They can take it and then change some. Well, and this is just the beginning.
Yeah.
I'll tell you an interesting story though. I have a friend who was part of the DeepMind team, Google. And 10 years ago, I asked him, hey, the whole Terminator thing. He laughed at me. Oh, Sukie, we're very far from that. Okay. You know, where they can think and turn on you. And he just, no. Last year, he came to Thailand. I was like, yo, the whole Terminator thing. I'm not sure. No, he said that.
Wow.
He said, nakua. I'm not sure. I grew up reading Isaac Asimov.
Asimov, yes.
Yeah, I read a lot of him when I was a kid.
Okay.
I'm not an expert, but I read and makes sense. If you put enough 0 and 1 into their head, pretty soon they'll get it, right? So and the law of robotics, which is still based on Asimov till this day.
Yes.
So to me, it's just, I believe in it. Self-aware AI. Yes. I believe in it. I'm not an expert, but I believe in it. And I think if we're not careful, man, it can get scary. Because they'll be smarter than us for sure.
But you never used the AI for composing the song, the lyrics yet?
Not interested.
Okay, it's going to write by your hand?
Yeah, I'm not interested in that. I still believe that art has to come from an authentic... A lot of songwriters would tell you this. The best song I've written is 3 minutes.
Yeah.
It just comes out.
Yeah, I know.
And then I have to record it because I can't remember it. I can't do it again, right? In the past, I only go to theory when I'm done.
Okay.
I don't know where to go. If I'm writing a song, I don't... Okay, what scale is this? Maybe you can use AI for that. I don't know where
I'll try to fit my relics with the smooth scale or something like that.
Yeah, if maybe I would not say never.
So we will see. Maybe one day when I talk with you again.
Last year, hey man, this song is by Bruce AI way. Ate my words.
Would you like to say something to your potential audience of the show? Yeah, the biggest show by the end of this year.
I'll say 2 things. It's been a long time, but we will get the record done. We will get the record. We have songs that I believe in, that I like. So we got that coming out. And this year is Bakery 30th anniversary. So we booked Impact December 5, 6, 7.
Okay.
It's booked. It's happening.
So there will be 3 rounds.
There might be
3
4.
days. Might be 4.
Might be 4.
In 3 days.
In 4 days.
In 4.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So we that's happening.
So you are not old because you're not going to be exhausted.
What's
4 days in a row.
No, but every artist is playing 3 songs, 4
yeah,
songs.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it's not like we're doing.
Yeah.
We had a meeting with about that. I was like, no, come on. You're only doing 3.
Yeah.
That's easy, right? So that's confirmed. And we're bringing everybody.
Okay.
We're bringing everybody back. I just had dinner with the artists about a month ago, and
All of them?
we did 2 nights, 80% of them, because
80%.
not all of them are available, and everybody wants to do it. It was a good. It was like a high school reunion.
Yeah, I know.
It was like a high school reunion. Everybody wants to do it, and it is personally, I feel that if we don't do this, I would regret it. Like I felt like we need to maybe one last time, you know, do it for the fans. It's a nostalgia thing, right? You know, it's a nostalgia. It's just bringing back music. Is the best thing to bring back memories. We have quite a memory. We were fortunate to have so many. We have so many hits.
Yeah, I know.
Me, B.Day Concert, we were doing the list. Right now it's 102 songs, which is too much because the concert could be 10 hours.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, we cannot do 102 songs.
So there will be like a 40 or 50 songs?
I think we're looking at 70 right now.
70?
Yeah, I think so. The last.
How long would it take?
Right now, 5 hours.
Right, wow.
Right, without talking. ไอ้น้อยคนเดียวแม่งก็ชั่วโมงนะ So right now, I think it will be 7 hours once we put the talking and everything in there. But when we were doing the list, I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh man, we were so ขยัน we were so prolific. I like, how did we do all that? Bakery was only 10 years. It was only 10 years, 94 to 2005. I'm like, we did so much during those years. I don't remember doing that much. But when I look at the song list, I'm like, oh, it's a celebration of songs and artists. So that will happen finally after postponing it for so many years. We keep on talking about how we're old now, right? Like we're not young anymore.
For the audience, they have to be there in the impact for like 5 hours.
Well, the Bakery Rock concert, I was like, shit, our fans are older. We need to have seats. Nobody sat. People stood for 6 hours. I was wrong. I guessed, I was like, they can't stand, and they did. So you never know, right? But that's a rock show.
We will see.
We'll see.
Okay. Now we have come to the last question. A question of our show.
Yes.
So Sukie, if you have to pick one biggest issue that you consider this is about time to seriously talk about it, what would it be?
The whole toxicness of the internet, of social media, I think is very bad, especially for young kids. And you see it every day. There's a lot of mean, or a lot of people are doing the wrong thing just to get the likes. And then when you look at young kids, right, that's a big deal when you're young. We were talking about all the great thing about technology, but in my opinion, social media is more negative. Australia just passed a new law where if you're under 18, you cannot be on social. I thought that was great.
What do you suggest?
I mean, what I can do is teach my own kids, right? That's for me, is the people that are close to me, I can teach them. Socially, hopefully we become more aware about this. We become more educate and just make people more aware of this. I think it's so important. It ruins lives. There's a saying, right? If you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all.
And I hope you have learned so much from him. He's a legend. And by the end of this year, you're going to meet him on the biggest concert ever. Don't miss it at all. If you're a big fan of background music, if you're the same age with me. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for keep in touch. Until next time, let's guess who's going to be the new guest on our show with the Time to Talk and me, Pak Pipu. ขอบคุณครับ